48 out of 50 sellers lost money in this District 9 condo. Now this article really caught my attention. 48 out of 50 being unprofitable is really something which is amazing. So let's have a look at this. It says OUE Twin Peaks experienced 48 unprofitable and 2 profitable transactions since 2013. Now, this is a very interesting article because it shows you that most of those people who lost money here, this is actually a 99-year leasehold condo which is located in Leonie Hill, River Valley. So it's 462 units. It obtained its TOP in 2015. Despite the fact that so many years have passed, there are still many unprofitable transactions here. So some of them, the loss is as high as 600,000. Oh my God. Some 588,000, 285,000. That's the kind of loss that they experienced, and they purchased it over a long period from October 2010 all the way till now, and when they transacted it, they still made a loss. Now, how is this possible? So this actually got me thinking and decided to actually go and research and search whether there are any other similar condos which have had this problem. And the answer is actually a lot of new launch condos actually have this problem. Now, you have seen so many videos all over YouTube, on Facebook, telling you how you can make six-figure profit gains in the property market through residential condominiums. Is it really true? So let me just show you a few examples. So this particular one is in the core district, that means right in the city center. How about if we just go outside? Are there similar ones? Actually, there are quite a few. But before we go outside, now let's have a look at this one. This is V on Shenton. So it's on Shenton Way. Oh my goodness me. Look at the first one. Bought it in 2018, which is really weird. 2018, sold it 5 years later, and his loss 750,000. That's really remarkable. So there are quite a number. There are some which have lost like 124,000, 250,000. These are losses made in the condo resale market. So these guys would have bought brand new. So you see there are some who bought as early as 2012, kept it for 11 years and still made a loss. One guy here bought in 2012, sold it in 2023, that's 11 years, and still made a loss of $196,000. Another one bought in 2012, sold in 2023, $250,000 loss. So that's V on Shenton. Let's have a look at another one. This is slightly outside. This is called the Rochester Residence. Bought in 2008, sold in 2023. That's 15 years. And the loss 50,000, not too bad. But there's one which bought in 2013 and he sold it in 2022. That's 9 years. And the loss is $340,000. Let's see another one. Probably the ugliest condominium in Singapore. This is the Interlace. This guy bought in 2014, sold in 2023. That's 9 years. Oh my God, the loss is $200,000. Now let's have a look at an executive condominium. Now, why I chose executive condominium is because by and large, most people who buy an executive condominium, they will always profit because of the long period in which they have kept their executive condominium. But is this really true? So I decided to go and have a look at a condominium which I myself am staying in. It's called the Whitewater. And I searched for any unprofitable transactions. Okay, lo and behold, there actually are, And the loss also is quite fantastic. You see this guy bought in 2013. First one, bought in 2013, sold in 2021. That's 8 years. And his loss is $166,000. Now, we can say that there are patterns to this. So this is an EC, as an executive condominium. So this guy bought it as a resale. This one was launched in 2008. So we see there are no unprofitable transactions for anybody who bought it brand new. But these are the second owners. So these second owners, when they sold it, that means when they sold it, it would have been about 10 years old onwards. Some of them have made some tremendous losses. All right, today I'm going to show you why that's the case. So it actually has a lot to do with this thing called the property price index. So this shows you the graph of the property price index over the past 20 years. Now, as you can see, this is long ago. So this is like in 1995. So this graph goes all the way from January 1995 all the way till October 2023. Now, most of the transactions which you saw just now, which were highly unprofitable, happened to people who actually bought new launch condos around this time. This is 2013. So you see 2013, if you buy here, right, you would have had to wait until about 2019, 6 to 7 years before it actually is about the same price. But what happens over here is that, you know, despite the fact that it has gone up so much, they are still unprofitable. Now, could be quite a number of reasons. Number one, when it was launched as a new launch, it probably was greatly overpriced. That could be one of the reasons. Another reason also would be that by now it would be reaching its maybe 15th year into its lease. As such, you would see that the prices don't appreciate as greatly. But here is something that I always like to tell people, and that is, if you look at the past, you'll find that there are some amazing patterns. Number one is from the last high to the next high. You can see here, this is about 1997, where it was the highest, last high. From the last high, about 1996, to here, 2007, right? So it's about 11 years for it to correct. So you can see the property prices were in ding-dong land for about 11 years before it actually recovered and went above. This is something that a lot of people tend to forget, that property prices can drop and then they can pick up again. So in 2008, this was the point of the subprime crisis. It dropped all the way down and then it picked up again. So this was a quick recovery. But the moment it recovered to 2013, around here, again, it took a very long time for it to go above and hit its current high. If you just look at graphs and look at the patterns, from the last time that it went up, you can see that in the, say from 2016, when it was at its last low to now, it has actually jumped up from about 170 to 250. That's about 80 points. Now, if we look over here, from this lowest point, which is about 70, it went up to about 170. So it went up by about 100 points, okay? After that, it sort of flatlined for a long time. So there could be a high chance that if you buy into a new launch condominium today, you could really be buying at a point here that is very similar to this point here, or very similar to this point over here, okay? Where after that, you will see that there could be some either correction downwards or it will just flatline for at least about 10 years. So your normal property cycles always move in the same very repeatable and predictable pattern. Are we at the highest point today? I don't know. I don't think so. It could still go up a little bit more. But the best thing that anybody could do is just be wary that if you are purchasing today, you would have to wait a very, very long time to actually see your property transaction becoming profitable if today happens to be the day that the property market is at its peak. So if you need any property advice, or if you need any, of course I don't have a crystal ball, so I can't predict the future, but based on current statistics and past historical transactions, I think it's very easy to come to a conclusion. Anybody who purchases property at the peak of the property market, right, the chances of you having a loss-making transaction in the future would be pretty high. Have a good day, guys, and see you soon.